Hello boys and girls, it's me, Yoshi. Welcome you back to my 100% playthrough of Mario Kart World for Nintendo Switch, where in the last video we left off doing... Yeah, you guessed it. No surprise here, we're doing more Mario Kart World free roam mode. To be fair, free roam mode is absolutely massive in this game. It takes a long time to get through. But I guess I'll just try to catch you up to speed while what we're doing, and in the meanwhile, just try to hunt down these last panels. I guess that's what we mainly were doing. In the last video, we were trying to focus on getting all the question mark battles first, simply so we wouldn't have to do them later, coming back. And we got down to just 5 panels left, and they're all in this one area, Whistle Stop Summit. You can get one right now by just going the opposite direction of where we were going normally. Then we flip off just right, we can get close to where it is. Okay, that was not timed right. Oh, and then we just got teleported anyway. Actually, okay, never mind, that helped us reverse the direction. Okay, that worked out for us. But yeah, we were busy collecting panels and still getting B-Switch challenges. In the last couple of videos, we crossed the 50% mark for all collectibles, but because of much those other collectibles make up, it was actually about more than 50% done now. So now, we just have to go around and get every collectible that we can find in the game. I don't know why I'm not doing it. Why I'm not just doing it, because this is the easiest way to get up here. But yeah, anyways, in our previous videos, if you're wondering why I've been waiting for a little while to do mirror mode, that's because, well, yeah, in the last video we unlocked mirror mode, but the main reason we're not doing it is because I want to save mirror mode to the very end of the playthrough. And similar to other reasons, we're also saving mirror mode Grand Prix until the very last thing we do, so we can end with the end credits once again. It just seems very fitting for a playthrough like this. That will, once we do that, that will officially complete our first game that we've played that's on the Switch too. The next game we'll be doing after this, I'm pretty sure I've told you guys about already, is gonna be Donkey Kong Bonanza, the newest Donkey Kong game, which apparently is going to be a reboot of the entire Donkey Kong series as a whole. It's gonna be interesting to see how that comes out. I've heard good things about the game though. It looks really amazing. If I want to have a better chance of getting this, I say we just stop here and use our ramp to look for it. Actually, even better. Even better, while we were over here, we should just flip over here. You can quickly adjust your angle by flipping over and over again. Okay, well that did not work. Since that just kind of threw me into a loop, we're gonna instead just drop off the side here instead. That looks better, probably. Then we'll just take this path instead. One of these ought to lead to which I think. Yeah, okay. This leaves only one left now. I think, yeah, just one left. Carefully mark these down now. Alright, this one is also fairly close. Basically near the exit now. Stop Summit. Alright, it's right here, actually. So that was the last panel. Did it do anything, I wonder? No, it doesn't. Surprise, surprise, like many other things in the game, it does nothing. I'm a little bit curious, though. As you might have noticed, though, one new thing they changed is if you get all of the collectibles of a kind in one area... I quickly do this. If you if you get all the collectibles of one kind in the whole game, they will now turn golden to indicate that you have done them all, which makes our 100% it's a little bit easier, so we at least know when to move on to the next collectible. It still doesn't show us where all the collectibles are, though, so that part's still gonna be tedious. That's what we're gonna be focusing on the most, I guess. Well, since it didn't really give us anything, I think our only option really is quit free roam mode first. I don't see any other reason to put stuff on except maybe put this on, I guess. Okay, so from the looks of it, yeah, the game just kind of shows us here. Basically, there is no weird reward. The only reward you have is just the stickers for collecting stuff. That's kind of boring, honestly. You go for all collecting of all the question mark bot panels in every area, yet don't actually get anything you need for completing that. Yeah, that's a classic everything with Mario Kart World. They probably never actually accepted everybody to be able to get that. So they didn't add in a secret. You know, like in other Mario games where there's secrets, ending secret rewards for getting everything, like all the main collectibles collected at least. On Mario Kart World, heck, Super Mario World, just going into Super Mario World itself, I remember especially from the Game Boy Advance version, there being a completely alternate scene for getting all the Yoshi coins, and then simultaneously the Peach coins as well as a secret reward for finding every last exit. Oh, perfect. Alright. So, yeah. I feel like they should have had more stuff in here. I have to go this way, I think. Got taken all the way to Grand Prix with that one. But yeah, honestly, I like how some of those other games have secret rewards for 100% in the game. Not Mario Kart World, they probably never accepted you to get all of these actually, so. Because, like, it's all about exploration. They didn't really care if anybody got these rewards, so there has been a secret scene added right now. As of right now. Oh wow, we found a... It's kind of funny, we went so far out of the way, we got a Peach medallion instead. Let's just go for this now that we're at it. I think I know which one this is, too. Oh, okay, that wasn't quite enough. But I can also just fall from this side. I think I might just do that instead. So we have to first go up here, then we just fall off to get this then. Yeah, okay, I think this is about right. So we have to fall off from this bridge. That's how they want us to get this secret. Go. Now let's keep exploring for that other switch we were after. But yeah, the only thing cool they do now is basically we get that golden icon for the question mark bot panels on the map. Oh, that actually reminds me. Yeah, I don't know what I've been doing lately. I need to change to a different character. I really liked Farmer Peach for some reason, so I'm gonna go with Farmer Peach, and we'll actually keep her in her card. I believe this is one of her cards she's wearing or anyway, so this works out, I guess. Maybe we'll go to Moonfence at some point. I don't know yet, though. We need to go in between one of these areas. We need to go in an area that's pretty close to here, but also not too far away. I say we probably just keep falling around the edge here until we find it. This might be harder than I expected. Especially when gaps start getting in the way, I start to really get confused as to where the actual switch might be. I said, some switches are more elusive than others. Oh wait, never mind. We might have found something actually. Maybe we just go around this side instead. Probably, yeah, we were overthinking it actually. I knew it was on a rock, I just couldn't figure out which rock it was. Yeah, okay, this is now correct. Perfect. Something tells me. Okay, we can't miss any this time. At least ones that are later on. Okay, we need to keep going then. But yeah, I guess there's nothing much else to talk about other than the fact that, yeah, when we're finished with this game, we're gonna be doing Donkey Kong Bonanza, and I guess the other thing, I think we already mentioned. Carefully make sure to collect those this time. That time we got that done. Yes. Yes, indeed. Alright, let's go back to here. I think there was a secret we found here earlier. But yeah, so I guess after the other thing is after we 100% free roam mode, there'll only be then that we do the mirror mode. So we'll save that for the very end, just so you folks know. It's also going to be a lot more different because I should also note that the CPU we've been somewhat struggling with the past couple of videos has been made even weaker now. Well, in everything other than battle, that is. So that means I'm both glad that I was able to deal with the hard AI, but also so sad that they're now going to be a bit easier, but at the same time, I'm also ready for the playthrough to end. Because in hindsight, even just going into it now, when I was, like... Because I have actually restarted Mario Kart 8 Deluxe as well when it first came out. Not on... But I've restarted it. I always found that game to be more interesting challenge. In fact, I find Mario Kart 8 Deluxe in general to be the better of the two games, just for just pure 100%, even though there's more tracks in it. This has less, so it should be faster, but I purposely think that this one's better. Oh, perfect, actually. This is one of the ones we were going for anyway. It's not that the game's not too it's just that looking at it now though, like the free roam mode doesn't have as much stuff as other games would that are also open world. There are some that I just simply prefer now over this, and on top of that, there doesn't seem to be any NCPs to talk about, and while there are stuff to indeed collect, the fact they don't really do anything interesting doesn't really work out well for us. Furthermore, it doesn't just like work out bad for us, but it also feels like they could have added a lot more. Feels like they could have had NCPs gives us quests that we have to go in and then talk to others to do stuff. honestly don't know where they got one, but to be fair, this was meant to be an experiment by Nintendo, and so far it's had mixed results. It's somewhat liked, but also not very well liked by everyone. But if I was just comparing the two game sets, I think so far I've enjoyed 100%ing Mario Kart 8 Deluxe more than I've enjoyed 100%ing this game, just because Deluxe has more tracks to deal with, more stuff to learn, and does just have the generic Grand Prix and time trials. Even those feel genuinely tough, and like the AI didn't really get nerfed that much in that game. So that AI now, at least, as of this moment, now is bad. Before this, I found the world AI to be a lot harder, but now I think with these new changes, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe's AI will probably be harder. Simply because starting on 150cc, they start going really fast, and I think they can also take shortcuts in that game too. Ooh, we're pretty far away from where I need to be, but that's fine. But yeah, I feel like the only thing that really changes, but is somewhat annoying with this change, is I think just based on what we've been doing so far. I did it. I guess these characters have animations and stuff like cool. Besides, whenever they finish a challenge, that's cool, I guess. But anyway, move it back a bit. But yeah, I just think like with the new changes, the world AI might feel a bit too easy now. Mario Kart World's AI, that is. Before that, I actually didn't mind it. I actually think yeah, it was a decent challenge. They made you think a bit more. And friggin' Knockout Tour, as annoying as it was, actually kind of changed the way I had to play. Like, I had to play completely different. Like, we had to play somewhat aggressive, we had to play protective, we also had to play completely differently, like not even using drift because the AI had a dynamic difficulty that would make themselves harder and harder the more you did stuff. And this made it really bad to go through them if you were just trying to play this normally. So just going for that. I don't think this is actually the correct... I think this is actually somewhere else. Okay, no, wait, it is in the right zone. It's just not facing the correct area. Might get better luck if we go here. We need to be facing Crown Say. But we also need to be somewhat close to the other zone too. Yes, I'm trying to start using just the mini-map and some other things to try and figure out where the pictures in our collectibles are, if you're wondering. Yeah. But yeah. I think I've said that way too much. Let's just focus on the task at hand, which is trying to find this green piece that I cannot seem to find anywhere. I think we need to actually be farther off. I think looking back now, I think it's too far away. I think we need to just go a little bit farther. Maybe drive straight for a bit, I guess? Yeah, I think it needs to be farther yet, actually. I think we need to go even farther yet. Does look really weird. I see a rail on the side. Maybe I should look for that. Actually, maybe we can go back on the main path for that. That's our better option, actually. Looks like it's supposed to be on this side. Alright. Okay, before we fuss around there, I should probably actually check where this is. I'll see you guys in a minute. Oh my goodness, I just realized I'm in Diaz. I wasted quite a bit of you guys this time, and I'm sorry for that. The thing I clicked on was a challenge we already did. It's actually this we need. Good grief. No wonder why it was so bad. I do really need to focus on stuff. But anyways, just looking at it now, especially with the new intercepts. Before that, I actually mugged Mario Kart World Zayon, and I thought it was a nice challenge. But now with the changes, it might actually make it unfun. But I get why it had to be changed. It's just like, before that, dude, it was so... They were somewhat overpowered almost, actually. And to get bigger speed boosts to sometimes go faster than players, and I think most of the community didn't like it, so they probably nerfed them for that reason, to make them more in line with actual racers. So they probably did that on purpose, to make them easier, so we can just get for this a bit simpler, like all the way in DK Space Vibe, but we already did all that, thanks to what we did last time, so we'll just go back to where we were. This time let's just go right next to Crown City. We could teleport there, but I think it'll be easier if we just explore naturally. In fact, if we just explore the main path naturally, we'll come across a different medallion. Yeah. Now that one we might need a boomerang for. Or we could just actually, yeah, that's probably how we were supposed to do that. I just realized now in hindsight, Peach is getting medallions of herself. That actually seems kind of ironic looking at it now. Alright, let's keep going. We need this switch though. Oh, this one's a really tricky one actually. My brother tried this challenge for almost an hour before he finally got it. This one's kind of tricky, both to find and to even get to. Oh man. Like, it's supposed to line up so that we can, like, find our way up to there. And I didn't mean that as a joke, like, you literally have to climb up on one of those vines to get up there. Okay, we found it. Anyways, I remember my brother was struggling quite a bit with this, because this one had also, like, a different one we've done before, probably in a previous video. Has a weird trick timing you have to do. And what I mean by that, I mean, you don't actually want to trick at all. You literally just do nothing. And then you trick once, and it's over. He kept doing tricks, so he kept on going far. And so, in fact, I might actually show you what he was doing. So, I won that pretty easily, actually, by just not tricking at all. This one's also kind of tricky if you don't get momentum. So if you don't get momentum or don't get that trick at the start, it can get a bit tricky. But anyways, you would regularly flip. Oh, okay, that's fine actually. But he would regularly flip like this, and that actually gives you too much height. Or in this case, it did for this too. So whenever you did that, it just messes up. But then, if we look for it now and try it ourselves, if we just do what we did earlier, it works just fine. Still, it's very strange because your instinct with this challenge is to trick everywhere, but in reality, you don't want to trick. You just want to, for part of this, you can just literally hold straight and do absolutely no directional inputs, and it'll just naturally line you up where if you trick at the end, you'll beat the challenge every time. Very nasty trick. Game doesn't really tell you about it, so yeah, he spent about an hour, I think. First time, this was like the first time I was watching gameplay of this particular mode. But yeah, he spent over an hour on that one collectible alone. Which is a lot of time to spend on one collectible, I'll say that much. Okay, this time I believe I do want to turn around. Because before, that took us to the left. Now I want to go up. According to where I'm looking at, I'll probably have better luck doing this from a river. But the icon itself is in a desert. I'll just start by going in the river anyway. Use the map to help me figure out where I'm going, and then probably go from there. Just so you know, we're not doing a reset to different places on each individual collectible. We're trying to just hunt them down in a more efficient way by exploring manually from where we are and just trying to get as many collectibles as we can at once. Okay, it tells me we're not doing the right thing, but I guess it somewhat worked. We found a different key switch. Don't believe this is the one. I guess I should mention, yes, I use a game code guide just like the last time, because it's the only guide that shows us where exactly to go. Alright, which one do we actually get? Oh, I have no idea. It must be really far away. Interesting. See right there? Oof. Okay, somehow we got that on our very first try. That could have been very tricky. Somehow made it though. Okay, this one feels really off, actually. What does the sun say again? Perform stun after stun across the bridge. Okay, so that's too far up. Interesting. Alright. Weird one, but we made it work, I guess. Let's go down here for a bit. I'm just trying to look for a different P-switch. There's another one pretty close by here. Let's see if it doesn't look like we're finding it anytime soon. I wonder how many kilometers we have to go for the driving set. I'm hoping we can just get that stickers unlocked by the end of the gameplay. It doesn't seem like they're any important anyways, and most of the unlock are just from doing that gameplay. I don't know any better way to unlock them, actually, honestly. I'm just doing what you've been doing this whole time. Okay, let's go for the one we are actually trying to get to, which is in a desert, according to what it's saying. But I think it also is probably not. It's probably shot from a different part of the map. Yeah, okay, it actually wants us to be in a completely different area. Yeah, alright. Well, okay. Oh, we actually might be very close to it already, actually. It goes through bushes and this before arriving at the secret. So if we follow this, we might find it right now, actually. We'll just keep following this for a bit, then. Okay, that did not give us anything. Oh, okay, we were just going the wrong way. So we were actually not that far away then. Alright, perfect. This is the one we were looking at. Perfect. Anyways, I guess I probably shouldn't be talking too much about the other game stuff. But in hindsight, just based off of the ever changes, I'm kind of in with both. In that I find Mario Kart World to be a bit boring and also a bit easy compared to other games. I know it was a cool experiment to try it first, but looking at it now, other than playing the main tracks and other stuff, most of this game just feels kind of... If they could add more action to it, even in just this open world, but maybe also into the other stuff that make even the open world exciting, and also adds more action to the tracks themselves, either through expansions or just more stuff that they might add in the future. It would make the world feel a lot more alive and open, and also the game itself might be a little less boring if they chose not to make you do intermissions 90% of the time. That's another problem people don't like, is online right now, people pretty much are exclusively playing intermissions. It's not true, all true. You occasionally get regular tracks that are just so rare, it's just people think that you only have to play the... Basically, mostly just play the tracks where sometimes, more often than not, you drive in a straight line for a very long time. Which, in hindsight, is probably the most boring part of the game, honestly. Even in terms of strategy, it seems really simple to get, but like, there's not a lot you can do at the same time. They also have really massive skips, too, that you can do to just save so much time. It feels kind of imbalanced in a way. Yeah, I think that alone... Honestly, if you just looked at that part alone, that alone makes the game quite boring to watch. It's kind of bad, because compare that to Mario Kart Deluxe, which has a lot more tracks and stuff to watch, and that game actually feels a lot more cooler. And that's despite the fact it's still now 14 years old now by this point. So yeah, it seems like Nintendo's gonna have a long way to go if they want to improve this game. Oop, this is not the right one. Oh well, we can at least complete this one. But yeah, this is just one of many ways they can improve this game. When I first played it, I thought this game was pretty exciting to play at first. The tracks themselves are really well made, it's just... intermissions kind of also killed it for me. It didn't really hit quite as hard as the normal tracks did for me. Which is why, just looking at it now, time trial feels like my favorite part of the game. Just actually going through each individual track. It seems really good. Oh! Okay, good. We got that right away. That could have been really hard to do in a different playthrough. Okay, what was this one again? Wow. Okay, this one's really far away, actually. This should be off by 1, yeah. Just trying to figure out where this piece switch ended up at. Right, let's just do these. Oh, this is the one I was looking at originally. Perfect. Anyways, just looking at it now, just simplest terms now, I prefer Mario Kart 8 Deluxe over this game, even though this game has a bit more collectibles in it because of the free roam world and has something unique. Actually kind of prefer 8 Deluxe over this just because it had a lot more tracks to do and it was pretty fun to go through the first time I played it. I quite enjoyed it, and it got trickier the later you went in anyway. So by the end, it got really hard actually. Especially the 200cc mode, that was nuts. Like, you go so freaking fast in this. I think adding that alone would completely change the way the game is played. Because the straight lines would feel like, oh, now you have to actually dodge obstacles more because it's so freaking fast. It's tricky to do. Okay, this one, okay, there was that. Okay, that makes sense. Alright, perfect. Oh, this one's actually on the bridge itself. Wait a minute. It shows a completely different way of doing this. We might have marked the wrong medallion, actually. Or not, actually. I think. Yeah, it's just on the bridge, but you have to backflip off of the bridge. Ugh. I hate when the thing zooms in randomly because I happen to leave. Alright, for our best bet, our best bet for this next coin probably actually is to go all the way up to the bridge itself. It's probably our best way to get this. So I'll just do this now. Now I'm not really considering where they want us to go. I'm actually more wondering where we should go. Oh, I think we found it. Oh, yeah. Oh, we almost got it first try. Okay, so this wasn't... Oh, wow, just reversing. Let's get that. That was a little cheesy, but... Okay, so, yeah, I almost thought I got the wrong Peach medallion, but it turns out this one you just get from the top of the ramp instead. Alright, we're really close to another piece switch. We might finish off with this one early. Oh wow, this one's actually fairly close. But you have to land on it to even start it. Oh, this one's real tricky then. Probably our best bet is to actually go back to the main road path. Try to look for it. See if we can land on that. Trying to figure out where it is though is gonna be a little confusing. Maybe this one will be a bit better. Oh, I see it now. Okay. I like what the other guy did, actually. We'll probably have better luck if we just go off the blonde ramp and just backflip at the right time. That's crazy, though. Just trying to even start this one is pretty tricky. So I guess just trying to explore for those different collectibles, like, assuming you actually know where they are, that's the only interesting thing about Rio mode that I can find. Else, it just feels a little tricky. Either too easy or too tricky at times. But I think that's what actually makes this game so much more difficult. I think the only thing that's tricky about this game is just trying to get all the collectibles themselves. Oh my goodness, this timing is actually kind of precise. Crap. I kind of just did it where one of the markers were. Okay, now we finally got it. But now we get to own ourselves in another special test of skill. Which means more while riding. Oh. And apparently even more than Set did. Alright, I'm gonna need to figure out for a minute what we actually need to do. Thankfully they give us a boost pad at the start to help us out. But yeah, I think this is actually the last of the special test of skill stuff. Okay, Fred. We need to get on that rail. We did not land on it somehow. Honestly, just doing all the rail rides and the wall rides themselves is probably the trickiest part of the game to learn, and probably what makes this game the way what it is, honestly. Oh, I think I know what I was supposed to do there. I was supposed to trick off of that. That pole I was supposed to trick off of. I think I was supposed to trick off of that. Let's actually, like, check. Yeah, we were supposed to trick off of that. That's how we're supposed to get that. We messed up so badly, though. We accidentally quit the mission instead of retrying like we were supposed to. So now we have to work hard and do this again. Now that we know where to go, it doesn't take that long to get back, but this is still a special skill test challenge. I figure finishing with this probably makes the most sense. So, red thing now. That generally seems to land me on this part consistently. If I just look for that red time right as they're about to pass that, that seems to land me on the switch about every time. Ugh. Looks like we went too low for a second there. Alright, well now you knew what to do there. We got it on the next try. Not too bad. Alright, we don't want to retry this, because it'll just loop us into another attempt immediately after that. So yeah, we did that special test of skill. Now we have to show off our wall riding skills. Oh, actually, hang on. Actually, we're pretty close by already. Yeah, perfect. We found it right away. Okay, so now we have to actually wall ride again. I argue probably the challenges with the wall rides are the only interesting part of this because you have to actually time a wall ride precisely, and it can be a bit tricky depending on where you're even going. Ah. Hindsight, I probably should. There. So I need to jump off a second time there. A little weird, but that's what we have to do. Oh, there's Master Mark box here. I don't think they're supposed to be here, but fine. Yeah, okay. Doing a second wall ride was more than enough. Okay, we're doing some pretty tricky ones now. We're just kind of going wherever now. Okay, go off over here, I think. Oh, now I know where this is exactly. Honestly, just looking at the in-game chair or my guide chair that shows an in-game head chair really does help us find these challenges more easily. The P-Switch challenges, they do make up a big portion of this game, to be fair, to do them at some point. So this is basically where we went before. This was also a section that we had to do in the intermission as part of the Grand Prix. So this will be very interesting to do in mirror mode, probably, as well. Ow. That's annoying. Oof. God, with 0.27 to spare, so he could afford basically exactly one mistake, no more than that. Alright. Now the question is, where are these coins at? Oh, that's nowhere near where I expected. Actually, wait. Looking at it now. Oh, okay, so it is in our same area that we are. It's just between crates. Not those, apparently. I gotta see how he does this, though. Looks like he passes by here first, so it means we have to actually go on this path, not the other one. Okay, wait. We were already going in a good spot. It's actually up here somewhere. Oops, excuse me, I'm trying to get through here actually. There we go. Found a peach medallion. Okay, good. Well, we've been marking everything correctly so far. I do hope we don't fail now. Oh, this one's really tricky. We have to go on top of somewhere else to get the medallion. So this is another one where we have to just randomly grind for it. Actually, if we just go from here, we might be able to at least see where it is. Yeah, there it is. We saw it. So that's a peach medallion on the ramp again. Which means just like before, we have to wait on one of the glider ramps to go around in a very particular way. Which I just saw it too earlier. We're gonna follow this one now. So we have to use this. This is a similar one to ones we've done before, where we have to. Okay, I guess we can use that as well, but we can also use this ramp. And we just need to, yeah, high enough. Just snag that medallion. Of course, you can keep reducing your angle indefinitely. Oh my gosh, this is so trippy. The fact that these coins have a very small hitbox means it's quite tricky to get. Looking at it now also, those look like Yoshi's eyes too, so that way it's designed, it's supposed to look like a face of a Yoshi, which is really cool. Alright, cool, we got it now. We're not behind anymore. Okay, looking at that map, and now our next best stop is probably to the left. I'm just gonna kind of go over here naturally though. We might not necessarily stay in the same area for a while, by the way. Sometimes we will want to go somewhere else. Oh, there's a different piece, right? Than the one I was thinking about. Or maybe this is the one I was thinking about. I was just not looking correct. Either way, it did not take us long to find this, son. Drop in on the racers, top the rocks, huh? Alright, yeah, okay, that was the right one. Okay, now we're going on here. Okay, we just drop, we really do drop on them from above. We literally just come on, sun, and we're just here. I guess if you're looking at this from Peach's perspective, it's just like she's parasoling in Ordinary Day once again. We are not getting luck, man. We've gotten it twice already. We'll just kind of go for it and hope for the best. Sometimes they get items, sometimes they don't. It's hard to know. At the very least, the CPU here only get basic items at random. So they don't get anything else other than that. This is really wacky, guys. Okay, let's use this now. So of course, a little bit faster. Alright. Alright, dude. Alright, let's, I just said it again. Let's, head down now. I believe that's where our next switch will be. It does help also knowing that if you look at the minimap just right, you can very occasionally spot where secrets might be. Because these switches are not only affected on our map on my guide, but the mini-map as well. Alright. Looking at it now, we are actually out of time, but that's perfect. Well, that was a fun video. We talked about a lot of stuff we were doing at this playthrough, but mainly, we did every last question mark block panel. As you can see, they are all 100% done. And that's because there's now a golden icon on our map where there was once not one. We now have one. So that means we are really close to being done with this. So now it's literally just going to be going through the entire map and just hunting down every last P-switch until they're all gone. And medallions too, of course. So I'll see you guys in the next video, and until then, comment, rate, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video where we, I guess, use Daisy next. I'll see you guys in the next video. Comment, rate, subscribe, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.